It's week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Wentz now on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
First down.
We get a look at what Ertz did receiving-wise last week. 6 catches, 104 yards, and a score as well.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number one in everything they...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Wentz's pass.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 46.
At their own 46-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
First down, Eagles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll get this to the rookie from TCU, that's Jalen Reagor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. They'll run with Sanders, and he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Jake Elliott.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks get them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got us to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
Well, you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Alan Lazard. It's a pickup of
My next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
the ball carrier.
Brought down by Nate Gehring.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 21. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20.
Nothing here. Nothing
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Makes the score.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return, it's Taylor. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
This is a pretty significant moment, a pretty cool moment. He just went over 50,000 career passing yards, and we might as well go ahead and measure for the gold jacket.
Make sure you measure it right, too. Make sure it fits perfectly when he walks out there for that ceremony. 50,000 yards in the NFL. Wow.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nikel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Mercedes Lewis.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He's back to throw here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Eagle 1st down.
Working from the gun. Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as he'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at 2nd down.
He was covered by Jair.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I gotta say, if it's gonna be this cold, I want snow. And you should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
He certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the 1st half. Finally, I said, here's a stop on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Number 33.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The 27-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here's Jackson to return. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
35-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
A loss of 5.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Now Wentz. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on fourth and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game, he's going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscored. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
The ball carrier. Fletcher Cox on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
14. Packers 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it
throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
Now Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Ball carrier brought down at the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Mercedes Lewis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now James returning. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
A gain of 7 brings
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal Get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the steering.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Gain of 9 yards.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Decided to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
Wentz connecting with his tight end, Goddard, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Flushed out right. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
A gain of
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it with Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes.
That's another Green Bay Packer.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
At the 15-yard line.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones.
Rodgers.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
6 on the play.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll bring him back within a point. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet, see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you get rid of tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Adrian Amos on the tackle.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Wentz's pass.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. He's got to hook up to Lazard. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers looking left sideline, incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys are able to regain the lead. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it, and as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
Now Crosby for the point after. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score, 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's James. And out a little across the 25 and the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And it's third down.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Eagles 21. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
Carson Wentz sacks. A fumble.
We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 32-yard line. And only able to get two here, stopped at the 30.
The ball carrier.
Offensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Mercedes Lewis with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by two more. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Handoff to Miles Sanders.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And this is caught by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Jackson. A gain of 14.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
Tackle made at the 44-yard
line. At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Gain of 9 yards.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Philadelphia.
First and 10, here's Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
86.
Zach Ertz with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. There the Eagles are back within a score.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
32-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
2nd down and 10.
Throwing again. Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd down.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Operating from the gun. Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. He probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think you just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
3-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers able to find Lazard. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles 17-yard line. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Dancing to his left. And it's a touchdown for the Packers. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Has me a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
And now it's Valdez-Scantling on the end around. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
On the carry.
They're bringing a spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Rodgers pass.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end, Zach Ertz, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
Rodgers pass.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, again to Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. They'll have a 1st down past the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards.
And an Eagle 1st down.
Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wentz on target there to Jeffrey. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Again, it's Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
On the return, it's Taylor. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. Slant to Adams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brings up 2nd and
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
50 Cent, Mike, 50 Cent. We got him!
Jones. They'll they'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's Jones.
Aaron Jones on the carry.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's complete. It's Corey Clement. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
First down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise at this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And that's gonna be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Wentz to throw again. Gonna go to Clement here out of the backfield. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Makes the score Packers 45, Eagles 41.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Aaron Jones, the ball.
Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
At the 40-yard line.
Ball at the 40 here for second and 5. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 32. Now what a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He was brought down there by Will Parks. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. This is Jones. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Aaron Jones.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now, backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, this game's over.
Rodgers going to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now James returning. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Deshaun Jackson getting set to go again on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll fire it deep for Rager, and almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd down.
It's 2nd
after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wins. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Rodgers with the hand.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own.
So now Wentz and the Eagles down by 11, 70 seconds remaining. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with first and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
And an Eagle first down.
Wentz now on first down. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
Second and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Intended for Deshaun Jackson.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10.
And 10 yards.
Now Wentz again. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26.
A gain of 16.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Philadelphia.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Complete to
Deshaun Jackson with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. There the Eagles are back within a score. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And they will take a knee here.
Today's final score.
And Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator,